And yeah, slight change in plan. I was going to do a time trial run, but I'm thinking of doing something a bit different with those videos now. So I thought I'd bring a little bit of online gameplay, and then over the next few days try and figure out how I'm going to go about sorting these videos out. Hopefully my mic audio doesn't come up during the lobby and that. I just don't want to annoy a lot of people with it, but let's have a look. So right, however, just to make it a tiny bit interesting, I'm going to randomise all the settings for every race I do. So I'm going to start with Coco in the Team Bandicoot car. Colour's that paint job? Ah, it's just white. Looks a bit grey to me, but there we go. Now let's just see if the servers want to actually play ball today. Oh, we've got to find something, surely. Here we go. Bit of engine labs, why not? Say that and oh. Now looks like we're doing hot air skyway then. Okay. Just as good a track as any. Sorry about the lack of commentary at the moment, just trying to check something, seeing if it's streaming to the YouTube alright. Yeah, it looks like it's coming through okay. There we go. Don't think I'll be earning the greatest amount of coins now because I've already went through the online bonus earlier on, while for some reason the weekend bonus starts on like a Friday night at 6 o'clock and it ends at, I'm assuming, like midday on a Monday, so it gives you a fair bit of time to play. So I just played a bit when I got back from work last night and used all that time, so I'm just not going to be earning the greatest amount of coins, but yeah, it'll be a little bit of fun. And here we go. Thought if I got another online session it'd be a bit more fun than just playing the AI all the time. Oh god. There we go, and so it begins. Oh god, I should have just let it just carry me over. This is not the greatest start. See if I can catch up. Finally turning the ultimate sacred fire yet. Not making any guarantees, but I think I should. There we go. That's not a bad way. So go from 8th to 5th. That's not so bad so far. Oh, didn't have enough momentum down there. Catch up here in 4th, so I've recovered another position, so that's not too bad. For a moment there, I actually thought someone already nearly finished their second lap. Thank God that hadn't happened yet. Although it looks like they're well on track at the moment. Never mind. Come on, here we go. Oh, damn it. Talk about timing it wrong and bumping into a chemical bottle. So as well as that, the Spyro Grand Prix ended, so it should give like players a bit of a rest for a few days, which is constant grinding online as well. Before the Halloween Grand Prix due out. A few people have talked about what might actually be. It's probably going to be Nina, Embryo, and some are saying Koala Kong, some are saying Komodo More. So that's yet to be confirmed or denied. Crash Bandicoot Twitter thing released a skin of a pirate version of Papu Papu, which I think looks pretty good. Not sure. Oh god. If I can get at least second, I'll be happy with that. Because I haven't had the best race. Nope, I got third. It'll probably correct it in a moment. It would just the Oxide player was just carrying a bit more speed than I was. Yeah, so there's going to be a Halloween themed track, a Halloween themed thing in general. I've forgotten which characters the rumours were about the new skins been out for, but assuming they usually launch it on a Thursday or a Friday or something, so if it's not launched this week, I imagine they might actually give players a break for a week and then launch it next week or something. But I'm yet to look up if anything that new has been announced for the next Grand Prix. That was one attempt at Hot Air Skyway. Get to the podium and then we'll skip that and randomise for the next track. I'm probably not going to do like a really long stream or anything like that. I'll probably go for about half an hour to 40 minutes at the most, just to keep it nice and short and sweet. Oh no, never mind, I did have me finish second. I'm going for Electron Avenue. And let's see what it randomises me as. There we go, so I'm Torna in the Nostalginator. Fair enough. I'll take that. It's got my favourite type of character settings, which is more based on the acceleration. The turn-ins is slightly better than the speed characters, but I feel like the stats balance out well enough to be able to cope with most tracks. But now more players are leaving. Either they can hear me, or they've just got disconnected. I have to say, Electron Avenue has become one of my favourite tracks within the game. Probably because I've been practicing it like loads and loads, and just trying to get the grips with. Like, I feel like it's one of the better track. Like, it's the longest track in the game, but I feel like it's one of the better tracks to get the grips with. Being able to control Ultimate Sacred Fire, the blue flame. But again, that's just my thoughts on it. And as well as that, I like the aesthetic of the track. I actually like the music that plays in the background while you're on the track as well. And it's just really fun to go really fast. Right, so here we go. It's a shame there's not more players in the lobby at the moment. That it's only like me and two others, but yeah, I'll make of it when I can. Here we go. So if I can keep this up for the entire race, I'll be sitting pretty, I think. Sorry if I do lack a bit of commentary from moment to moment. I sometimes tend to get into a bit of a deep sense of concentration as well. But yeah, like I said, I feel like just being able to go around at what feels like a ludicrous sort of speed is just so satisfying, especially when you're able to sort of pull off the boosts like this. And it says lap 1 completed. And here we go to lap 2 now, so... Yeah, like, when it comes to characters in certain tracks and that, like, the turn characters are alright for some of the trickier turns and that, but when you're trying to maintain a speed boost throughout the entire race, I don't feel like they're the greatest characters to use, so like the class as the beginning characters on this when it's on about the turning. Speed characters are also really fun to use on this, but it's just a tad bit risky with their poor turning stat. But yeah, this race is definitely going a lot better than I expected it to. Oh, so keep my momentum there. Yep, I've sacrificed my shield, which I ideally didn't want to do, but at a temporary moment of actually starting to lose control there, so to be able to maintain the speed throughout the course of the track is what I'm prioritising more over a bit of the shield and that, so if I can keep that going. But this has actually been one of my better runs on this track, which I'm quite happy with. Especially for an online gameplay. I mean, I know there's not that many in the lobby, and I feel it brings the experience of the online down a little bit. Although the chances are, if there's a few players in the lobby after this, I'm probably gonna just disconnect from the entire lobby, because I feel like that's just the sort of look I take to that. And there we go. And that felt so satisfying. Being able to keep the ultimate sacred fire up for the entire race. I don't get to do that online too often, but I'm only counting down to the fact that there was only like 2 other actual people playing in the game as well, so... But a win's a win, I'll take it. And there we go, I've just condemned them to a DNF. Put a solve. Get back to the lobby in a few seconds, I'll randomise into my next character and car combination. I like being able to do this once the emphasis on the Grand Prix is like not as prominent, because during those you have to sort of have certain cars and certain characters to sort of gain nitro point boosts to unlock certain rewards and stuff. So once you earn enough points to get to the end of the gold tier, I just sort of like to take a bit of emphasis off that, and because it does feel a bit restrictive when you've got like certain characters to earn a boost in the rewards. But I find this to... Oh, let's see. Right, we've done Hot Air Skyway. I'm going to try and vote in... Tell you what, we'll go with the classic. We'll go with Crash Cove. And my randomise is... Oh, we've got Cortex this time in the Nasty Ride. That's not too bad. Ah, and I knew it. I've been left on my own. Hopefully we can rejoin another lobby soon. But for the sake of the randomizer, I'm not going to change up now. I will do a race as Cortex if I can get connected to a lobby. Sorry about this. I think this has been a bit of an experience lately with just the CTR lobbies in general, where it just has a bit of a time trying to connect and stuff. I like the retro skin on Cortex though, as well as the ones on Crash and Coco. Oh, here we go. Nice full lobby. Providing I get any information on what's happening. There we go. I think we'll go for Twilight Tour. Now that's given us another 3 different tracks to vote on here. Looks like Because I've got at least one other person voting Twilight Tour as well. Oh, I'll start to leave. Here we go. I think I've got the Zem sticker on there. I can't quite tell what paint job that is. I think it suits the car fairly well. Be quite happy though if, like, in the future they did sort of do retro skins for some of the other characters, like Tiny and Engine and Dingo and Polar Bear, or at least like the full original lineup for Crash Team Racing. They don't like. I wouldn't necessarily be a loss if they didn't do it for like the Nitro Kart characters now, because looking back at the PS2 renders of some of the characters, I don't think it's aged so well. Don't get me wrong, I think Nitro Kart was an enjoyable game when it was out, but looking back now, even comparing the way Nitro Kart is tracks to like from then and now, I don't feel like some of it looks like it's aged too well, but it would probably take us playing the game again to be able to truly judge that. Oh, and we had cars glitching in and out everywhere. And here we go. Twilight Tour was the first new track released in the game as part of the Grand Prix events, and from the moment it came out, it was like, if you were in a lobby and Twilight Tour was one of the tracks that was in the vote, it almost always guaranteed that it was going to get voted for. But I think constant voting for other track, like the Grand Prix tracks, had sort of taken a bit of downhill turn since then. Because I noticed with the previous two now, Spiral Circuit and the Prehistoric Playground, that it wasn't as voted for and stuff. Like, quite a few normal tracks had their time to shine. It was nice to have a bit of variety in the game and things like that. Well, see if I can maintain ultimate sacred fire and get myself into a bit of a lead here. Not making any guarantees about this, like, because this track can sometimes be a bit iffy with me. And there I spoke too soon, but thankfully that player is Penta Penguin bumped into the chemical bottle, so then no one's getting a real catch up on me, at least for the time being anyway. Ah, nuts. I spoke too soon. Do have a Spyro probably about to take over. Or maybe not. But yeah, oh nuts. I thought I'd managed to maintain the ultimate sacred fire there, but never mind. Hopefully if I manage to maintain this sort of distance, I'll be able to do enough to give myself another win here. I quite enjoy this track in general, like, but I'd have to say, out of all the new tracks that have been added in this particular version of the game, that the Spyro Circuit's one of my favourites now, like, out of the entire game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this one. But, oh. Hope I can do enough to take over the Zam here, but never mind. That's completely put an end to that. See, this is kind of like what I like a bit about the about actually having a full lobby of players and things like that is, yeah, you don't always get the result you're looking for, but
this was just an experiment.
I think when you do earn the coins that you try to grind for and stuff, it does feel a bit more rewarding and stuff. And as well as that, it's just fun to be able to play with other players in that rather than just sticking against the computer. Yeah, to get back to lobby, we'll randomise into another set and see. However, before I do that, I am curious about what this colour scheme is. I mean, I think it's like, it might be the light blue that you get from a trophy, either that or Megumi white, maybe. I don't know, I could be wrong, but we'll have a look and see what we can get, like what colour it was, because I quite like that scheme actually. Right, so let's see what the... oh, there we go. I'll vote for Spiral Circuit, and just going to see what paint job it was. Oh, it's Doom Buggy Grey. Oh, that's quite a nice colour scheme for that car. There we go, so I'm Baby Coco in the Team Cortex car. It's actually fun. I think that's Dragonfly Dark Blue, I don't know. It is, yeah, Dragonfly Dark Blue with the aqua wheels, and I've got, there we go, I've got the Belgium stickers on. There we go. So my Baby Coco will be representing Belgium for this race. I think that's the Cotton Candy Baby Coco skin as well. I do eventually want to try and get all like the legendary skins for the characters on this, but I've just been saving up in due course for the next Grand Prix as well. Just so then it's sort of easy enough for me to unlock all, well, as many of the Grand Prix stuff for the next one round as possible. But I've probably saved up enough at this point that I could probably afford to buy a few more legendary skins and just see what happens from there. But let's see how well this works out. So that's what I love about being online. Like, well, even when you play against the AI and that, like the fact it'll randomly generate the characters, the skins, the cars and that, but just seeing the different combinations that people either choose or rando into, it's like, there's just so much variety in these games. It's fantastic. I love it. I love the effect of the burn of the lava rock wheels, which were, because each Grand Prix has like a new set of like wheels in different colours to unlock. Like the first one had these really neat looking, I don't know how you quite describe them in that. It was, I don't really think it looked like, you know, like ancient Egyptian or anything like that. Is it like what the... Oh, never mind. But yeah, the rock wheels were from like the prehistoric Grand Prix that happened. And for the Spyro one, in honour of like all the elemental stuff you could do in like later Spyro games and stuff. And like after all the gems and that, they had pretty much like gem themed wheels and gem themed paint jobs and stuff, which I quite like. And like, you know, like within this game there's obviously you've got the gems replacing the Wumpa fruits, you've got the crates replacing the normal classic Crash crates. Try and send that up. I wonder if that Galvin's witnessed it. I wonder if that one in first place is... Oh, never mind. Now I'm getting slaughtered. Now, yep. Now it's all coming back. Alright. Let's just try and salvage a decent position. Here we go. Oh. And that's not a good start. Yeah, well, that wasn't a good way to use those rockets. And that, folks, is what happens when you get hit by a few weapons in a row. There we go, I've got sparks. Let's see if we can use the speed boost you get from that to get us into any better a position. And here we go. I quite like the design of the Team Cortex car, actually. It's fairly straightforward, but I think it's pretty cool at the same time. There we go, I got top 4. Considering how many times I was blown up, I'll take that. I will take that. $36 coins for doing that. Return to the lobby in a few seconds. Then might do another race or two in this stream, depending on how well connectivity to the lobbies are and things like that, and if I do get disconnected, see how long it takes me to re-find a lobby. But first we'll get out of the podium animations and we'll go to the next randomizer and see what I'll get left with next. So let's see what the next one brings for me. So if I click randomize now. So now we've got Pura in the nasty ride again with the yellow rock wheels. Oh, just wanted to know what paint job it was. The Megumi white, and I've got the black, no, white number 3. So here we are. So we've got original Pura. I'll try and see if anyone wants to vote for Cortex Castle. Just trying to get some of the more, just in my eyes, some of the more entertaining tracks. Oh, I say that and I get disconnected. Oh, come on, let's find another lobby soon. Not leaving Pura out to dry. If it takes a moment, I'll just back out quickly and right, just get myself into another lobby here. Come on, I need to get another lobby. Away. Pura needs to race. I mean, I know the game's been out since June, but surely the online can't be this dead right after a Grand Prix already. Right, so we've just done Spyro Circuit. I'm going to try and see if people will do Cortex Castle. I seem to bump into a fair few of the same players whenever I go online. So I'm not sure, like, this is a problem I'm encountering quite a lot at the moment as well, even when I'm not streaming. I'll have some days where I'll just be able to have a good few games without always being kicked out of the lobby. And then there'll be just days where this'll happen, and I'll just be constantly stuck looking for games. Let's try this again. I'm sorry about this. No, it's not the most fun in the world to see just one little baby tiger just waiting and eager to race. Come on, just put me in any kind of lobby. There we go. Papu's Pyramid. I will quite happily take a race at Papu's Pyramid. and 5 other people will, and 4 other people will as well. Yeah, I'm starting to think about what the types of players you get connected to. I don't know if it matches, because there's no stats about win and loss ratios on this, and I seem to see quite a few of the same people, and so like, I don't know, does it like localize? It might be a silly question to ask, but does it like, sort of like localize where it goes to, like with connectivity and stuff, or am I just finding it purely coincidental that I keep bumping into some of the same players every now and then? Like, don't know if it's necessarily, well, I don't think it's happened on this occasion with this reconnection, like, but there has been a few times where I've seen a few different players come back to other lobbies on different days. Here we go. Gonna get a race at Papa's Pyramid, a track I quite enjoy actually, just because of the amount of shortcuts you can take in it. As well as that, it looks really, to be fair, all the tracks are really colourful. Can't really accuse any of the tracks of sort of being like all dingy and greyed out and anything like that, because they just wouldn't fit the aesthetic of Crash. But I just love how vibrant they all look, and how you get little funny things, like you've got the tiger holding the man there, that guy's gun going limp. Right, let's see how well I do with this slow character. Because Pooh is one of those ones that it's more like, there's an emphasis more when it's on his turning than... Nope. It's about to say I've knocked a speed character off his game, and then as soon as that happens... Typical. Not gonna lie, I'm not guaranteeing any results from this. Ugh. Because as much as I enjoy playing this track, it can also be one of the most chaotic in the game as well. Which I suppose is one of the better parts about like the tracks like these. That it's a shorter track, and therefore just how could have done with some of those Wumpa fruits, but never mind. Fire that rocket because we know where. Ah, damn it. Because that's what I needed. Right. Alright, let's use Aku Aku and try and catch up a little bit. Right, there we go. I took over someone. I doubt I'm going to get top 4, so just the higher up I can get myself to finish now, the better. I didn't have the best start to this track. And whoever's in 4th is already like a little bit of a distance ahead of me as well. There we go, so the race is already finished. But if I can still get past the finish line before that timer ends, I'll be happy enough with that. And I have done, which is nice enough. Not my best in this track, but like I said, it's nice to have a bit of chaos in these games once in a while, because that's the entire point of them. Right, providing I can stay in this lobby, I might do one more race, and then after that I think I'm going to call it time for the time being. But it's just nice being able to get little, like, just fun little streams like this done once in a while, where I don't have a particular objective to complete, and it's just doing this for the fun of doing it. Just waiting for to get away from the podium animation before I do the last customization of this session. Randomize. I'm going to possibly end with Nasty Knock in the Probably Lot, and I think that's the charcoal paint job. Right, we'll go to Electron Avenue because, I mean, I know I've already done this track once in the stream, but it's possibly the one chance I can get to go fast with a slow character. I've got the Magma Core skin, which is the last skin you unlock for Nasty Knock, which is one of the Spyro characters that was introduced during the last Grand Prix, alongside with Spyro himself and Hunter. Nope, never mind, I was going to see what paint job, but I think it's charcoal anyway, but didn't see what sticker the car was. Oh, nuts. Got and spoke too soon. We have a small norm sticker. That's fine. Right. Let's try this one more time. And if I can successfully get in a race and complete it, then I will call it the last one, because I know it's not very fun watching the lobbies just disconnect and then me having to take my precious time reconnecting to one. So let's just hope this goes through successfully and then call it time after this race. There we go, so we're in Electron Avenue again. Hopefully this stays connected. If it doesn't, I'll be a bit disappointed. And if it doesn't, I might also give up. There we go, Poison Dakami, they've already been in a game of mine. So it does have a way of reconnecting some of the players from previous races and stuff in quite a quick order. So we've got someone playing a Spyro, 2 Crunches, an Amy, a Coco. Right, let's see how well I can do it then.
You're sure taking your sweet time.
Nope. Well, that's not the best start. And again, being blown up straight away with a weapon is never the best start to have, but let's just see where I can take this. Come on, I can do this. Right, I'm going to play Bunker for Nitro, and right, so it's just this, whoever's playing is Amy I've got to catch up with now. But yeah, this is what I mean by like feeling like it just feels so satisfying being able to master all the ultimate sacred fire bits. Because even with the slow characters it feels like you're going insanely quickly, which is a lot of fun. Come on, Nasty Knock, we can do it. There we go. So still don't feel like I've got the greatest distance ahead of the player in second at the moment, but hopefully I can find a way to change that. Especially since now Nasty Knocks. Well, there we go. Oh, let's maintain this blue fire again. That little boost canister will definitely help him. Oh, nuts. Here we go. So, not having the... I mean, it's not a terrible run because I'm still in first, but it's no Torna run I had earlier on where it was just the blue fire all the time. But having some fun with it. I'm doing surprisingly well with this exceedingly slow man. Or knock even. There we go. Yeah, so we've still got some ultimate sacred fire here. Not gonna lie, being ahead with a slow character in a lobby like this does feel a bit satisfying. Until one of them leaves the game. There we go, we're nearly done with Electron Avenue. About to finish one last race here. There we go. Just wait for the timer to tick down. So I was ahead of someone by 8 seconds. That wasn't too bad. I've had worse runs on there, but I've had better first place finishes, but considering I was a slow character, I'll take that. Nice 80 coins there to go with the rest of them towards unlocking the next set of characters and Grand Prix stuff. Kind of want to try for one more race, but if it disconnects me, then I might call it a stream. I'll try for one more, and if it disconnects me, then I'll call it time on the stream. We'll just see what happens. That's what he gets for turning dragons into crystal in midair. Right, so nope. Right, I feel like that's going to be a full... Oh no, wait, match begins in... So I'm still connected to a lobby. I've got Papu Papu this time. I'll go on then, we'll go for Tiny Temple. I think that's the Spyro purple paint job. That doesn't look too bad on the Team Bandicoot car. Got the Aqua Twilight wheels. The black number 8 sticker. I feel like a true wacky racer now. Oh, people are leaving the lobby. So if it kicks, I'll just call it time. But if it doesn't, I'll make Tiny Temple my last race, and then that's going to be it. Oh, there we go. We're connecting. Alright. I like. Sorry about the lack of commentary just now. I couldn't think of anything for filler for this, but so the idea of Tiny Temple was it kind of fit like because there was an ending, because this is unlike in Crash Nitro Kart. This is unlike the Terra bits, which is like the first world's tracks in Crash Nitro. At least I think it's the first world's tracks in Crash Nitro Kart, and I think it's in basically when Team Cortex, because in Crash Nitro Kart you could choose like during the adventure mode to either be Team Cortex or Team Bandicoot, And in the team, I think it's in the team card exit ending, that when you win and Vito agrees to transport you up, I think something goes wrong and you end up in Terra, which is Krug's home planet, and Tiny ends up getting quite revered. And I think that's where most of the design for this track comes from. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but just a little tidbit of trivia there, if that's actually correct trivia. No, I was going to get that. Uh-oh. Didn't want to get that box. Definitely did not want to get that box. Right, at least I'm not doing too bad. Because it looks like whoever was Spyro and Entropy haven't been able to keep a fair blue fire. No, no, no. Just swiftly avoiding the Nitro there. Oh, got a nice little blue engine. Or as me and one of my brothers call it, a boost forever. Oh, nuts. That could have gone so well. Had they not pressed that box. However, kudos to first and second, though, because obviously the key for getting this done as quickly as possible is to maintain that blue ultimate sacred fire. And that was Tiny Temple. Right, so before I drag this out for too much longer, I think I'm going to call it time on that once this gets back into the lobby. And see how many coins I won for that as well. Well, yeah, I think this has been a nice little fun stream today. Bit of a time passer if anybody wants to watch me get blown up a lot. So we'll just see Papu wiggling himself about, and then I'll see how many coins I've earned for, like, over the last, see how many coins I've got on top of that, because I'm hoping there's not a limit, but it just felt like it had stopped short of 100,000 coins. Just, I don't know, I felt like I earned less during a certain time last night than I actually did, but we'll find out. And there's Papu wiggling his belly. We've got Coco and Spyro celebrating as well. Right, so... Oh, it doesn't look like there is a limit. I've got over 100,000 coins, so that's not too bad then. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it time before I drag this out too much longer. So to anyone who's tuned in now or later, thank you very much. I will see you all later.